when you're used to crutching on things that aren't good for you, it
Mm.
really may lets you make excuses. You know,
Ooh.
if you have the arrogance of thinking you're doing everything right, yet your life sucks. Clearly, you're wrong about
Y-
something. You're
Like
something
you need to
is
look yourself in
what
the
it is.
mirror almost, right?
Yeah.
Like, hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to my first episode of Life Unedited. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Kalen, and this is just a show where, we have real conversations with real people. And today I have someone who I've known for a while now, actually,
Yeah,
a
boys.
good friend of mine. And, go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Larry. What's up, y'all? I met Kalen when I was dogging him in basketball. We're a few, I think there's three of us as black software engineers who can also hoop and be athletic. So it's a small group, but we're here.
Real
Anyways.
small group. Nah, let's get into it though. I just want to ask you a few questions and just hopefully inspire some people out there.
Yes, sir.
And so tell me, a little bit about who you are, like, beyond your job title. Like who really is Larry?
Well, first, I just got a job, so let's relax. It's not, the job title was brand new, brother. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Just give it to you.
It's just give it. I'd start on Friday. I'm not even started. Uh, for me, I like learning. I think me as a person is someone who tries to be as well-rounded as possible. Not even tries. This is by accident. I'm very curious. That's how I got to software engineering, skateboarding, basketball, art, videos, everything. And I'm a very big believer in like failing forward and trying whatever to just fulfill a curiosity. And like you might fail, but is it failing if you
Right.
learn something and could apply somewhere else?
That's
That's
true.
why. That's why I'm here. You feel me? That's why I could get. You know what I mean? I got an apartment with no money in my bank account. How that happen? How that happen?
I don't know who let you do that.
I was like, I promise you, I had a job coming. I just want to move out today, bro. I just,
Don't
yeah.
tell the IRS though.
No, don't tell.
Nah,
Easy
nah,
Pete.
yeah. But nah, how did you actually get into software engineering? Like, how did that all start for you? Where was the beginning of that?
I think like most people, I probably watched Social Network at some point, and I was in college, and then I was like, oh, I want to be going into medicine, right? And I want to become I think anthropologist, anesthesiologist, and then a psychiatrist, then a dermatologist, and anesthesiologist.
Want to do a little
Can't
bit of
speak.
everything.
Yeah, but I was looking at the money side. I was like, money, money, money,
Right,
money. But
right,
I was
right.
like, nah, for that, you really got to care about people. I mean, some people do it for the money and they're smart enough, but I know my brain gets bored. Then I took some coding classes in college, was horrible at it, was passing, but was horrible. Got into my YouTube started taking off, so I just dropped out of college. 5 years later, I went to a coding boot camp because I just was burnt out from YouTube. Um, and then in that 9 months of coding boot camp, I didn't learn shit. I don't like nothing stuck with me because I was just
Nothing
doing
stuck.
it to
Yeah.
do it, right? And then not
Hmm.
until I started working on my own stuff, and then I made a YouTube
Side
channel for
projects. Yeah.
tech. Yeah, I made a YouTube channel for tech, and that's how I got my first job. They found me through that. So
That's
honestly, if I didn't
crazy.
do that, probably would not have gotten a job.
That's
Probably.
crazy. I
Yeah.
totally forgot about that. What job what company was it that found you?
It was some company in what's it called in Europe. I know their name. I'm just not gonna say it because they were assholes. Because they just stopped paying me out of
No,
nowhere.
no,
And then
no shout outs.
yeah. No, yeah, then I tried to like I was like, I'm gonna make a video about this. This is content. Why are you gonna make me suffer? Make me not pay my rent. And they're like, we're gonna sue you. I was like, go for it. Bet. Never sued me. Because they knew they were trying to fuck me over. Anyways,
Damn.
from there I got into another company. It was called Care Financial, which I got fired from, by the way. I don't know if I ever told you that. I got fired from because COVID time. I'm burnt out. I'm having panic attacks, horrible time in my life, right? And I got that job because, again, this is failing forward. They were giving credit cards to content creators, basically, so they could grow they could grow. Like, say if you're a smaller content creator, you can't afford a camera yet, they
Right.
understood unlike new banks and unlike the banks now that hey these content creators actually it is a valuable way to make money. So let's give
Something
him some
like
leeway
bricks.
to, yeah, yeah. So and just the fact that I used to be a content creator before got me into that job.
I see.
So
I
I
see.
bombed that interview, but still got the job. I bombed the job,
Hey,
but
we've all bombed
you
interviews.
gotta,
That's
yeah, you gotta fail a couple
man.
times. You know, it's humbling.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a beast. That's a beast in itself. I've definitely
yeah.
got, I mean, I haven't had too many interviews myself, but the one that I did before my main job now, oh yeah. I remember telling the interviewer like just just tell me the answer because I give up.
Ah!
Like like I just you know what? We're just gonna use the rest of this time to just
Ah!
learn. Like
They
I am
broke you.
lost.
He said,
I
"Fuck it,
was like,
just
I'm
let
not
me
even gonna
know."
try and fake my way through this. It's not even
Yeah,
worth it.
yeah, no,
Um,
that's
but
valid.
nah, that's funny. So what would you say is something about your journey so far that's surprised you the most? Whether it's something that's come easy or been hard or it's
I think what surprises me the most that a lot of people don't understand, and that's what I've always been very fail forward. Like the more you fail, the more you learn. And when you'd be so surprised, it doesn't matter
that's
what you
true.
look like, interview wise, or I've literally interviewed and gone jobs wearing pajamas, bro. Like it doesn't matter. And it's maybe I did push it a little bit, but that's my bad. But my in these interviews, I actively talk about my failures. Like I actively like
Mm,
I have no idea what that is. I don't. I'm
just
not
being
gonna. Yeah,
personable.
kind of. Yeah, I'm not fake. I'm just like
Right,
I
right.
don't know what that is. We work in tech. You could Google. Like let's not hold that against me. And also
Right.
the other thing that teaches me is like a team that accepts that and like knows
Hmm.
that is a good team to work with because they're
That's
not
a
all
good
like,
culture.
yeah, you should know this, this, this. Like it's so silly. You can't learn or do anything if you just keep pretending like you know everything, right? So that's literally gotten me on a lot of my jobs.
It's
I've beaten
true.
out senior people way ahead of me as a junior
That's crazy.
back early in my career, simply because I just said, I don't know, but I'm so excited about this. We could do this. Like, just share your ideas. Just like, damn near don't stop talking. Honestly,
Right, right.
don't give them a chance to
Just
ask you a
yapping.
question.
Just yapping
Just
24/7.
fucking yapping, yeah.
But it's good though. Companies want those social skills, right? They want people who are personable. They don't want people
Yeah.
who can't talk to, others and work in a team setting and are very just to
Nah.
themselves and, like closed off.
Yeah,
Um,
nah.
so it totally makes sense.
Yeah.
Um, for sure. Okay, well moving on. Let's what next thing or let's see. I guess how do I word this? Um, I know you kind of already touched on it a little bit, but what's one decision that you've made that is like drastically changed, I guess, yeah, your life's trajectory?
That eight
It,
months of
YouTube?
learning how to code. No,
Oh, okay.
YouTube, I was already doing YouTube way before. YouTube, I've been doing since I was a kid. But I guess, honestly, I guess that would be that. Learning, like picking up a camera and just doing
Right.
something just cause out of curiosity. I was like, my first YouTube videos, I literally didn't know how to, like, you'd add a text effect and then I didn't know how to take it off. So I just left it in the video. Like, I didn't know what the fuck. So it was just an ugly text that said, view text here. Like, I didn't,
You're right.
um, but it really taught me how to watch something, be curious, and try to implement it myself. And then just it
Mm,
kind of teaches you how to imagine things, how you want things to go. Like the more you code, the more you care about something. So the more you're gonna see like
true.
how you might want things to go. And you might just be listening and learning. Sometimes I just put on a tech YouTube video in the background just to hear and learn, and my brain will retain it. So just making videos taught me how to learn and have fun without it
Right.
being like a stressful, anxiety-inducing thing, you know. And I know it's
Hmm.
hard because some people are trying to learn something major and like a very crucial, like they're broke or something in that point. But like that's not, you shouldn't wait to learn only when you're not doing well in life. You should like be
You should
actively trying
always
to,
constantly be
yeah,
learning. Yeah, I agree.
yeah,
Whether it's
exactly.
through videos, books, like learning from other people, talking like this, like
Yeah,
whatever networking, right? Like you should
yeah.
always be learning. I totally agree with that. And
And
honestly,
what,
that's
yeah,
kind of what helped
mhm,
me a lot in my life as well. It's just
yeah,
the feeling of the constant feeling of like I need to learn something new or like I tend to feel complacent when I haven't learned something new, if that makes sense.
yeah. No, yeah, dude, I
So
feel like a lot of people. will mistake that for quote unquote toxic hustle culture.
Right,
And just how
right.
that people think that that's toxic hustle culture, I feel like, I mean, to an extreme, I feel like there is an extreme of like toxic just complacency. Like everything that we do has to be
True.
for the sake of our comfort. Everything that we do has to feel good. Like some of the things that have gotten me here, I feel great now. The things that I had to do to get here, I knew I had to do and didn't feel great at the moment. Not all the time.
Hmm.
Sometimes it felt really rewarding. Sometimes I'm like, why am I doing this? Sometimes like when I was learning how to code, I was fucking tearfully trying to figure out how like states work and whatever. Anyways,
Right.
like I just believe like that version of it. Some people hear that from a place of insecurity and think that, oh man, they're trying to talk like, oh, I should be doing something all the time. Like, no, learning things is also a version of taking care of yourself. Like your brain likes to pick things
100%.
up. Your brain, like, you could learn about yoga. You could learn about, oh, when I'm running right now, I'm trying to become a better runner. I'm learning how to breathe properly. Like, all this is fun
Yep.
information that you can enjoy instead of like having a perspective of, I'm miserable. This sucks, you know?
Totally
Yeah.
agree. Totally agree.
Yeah.
Man. Would you say that there is a failure that has happened to you at one point in time in your life that you've experienced that has taught you something valuable? I know you said earlier, you mentioned that, failing is actually really
Mhm.
important. Would you say that there is one specific one that has taught you something valuable or that you kind of just remember or hold on to?
I mean, my biggest thing, I think I don't know if I ever talked to you about it, but I put it on YouTube. But like when I decided to get into that boot camp, it was after I tried to take my own life, dude. It was like the October before that, October some it was hazy. It's hazy till this day. But like yeah, I tried to take my own life and I got out of the hospital or the mental hospital because they just had me drugged up for 3 days. I was like, damn, this shit, I see why rappers be doing drugs. I was out of it, bro. I was out of it. But you get out of that situation like, oh, life is so different, whatever. Like you're so excited, and then you come down, and then at some point I have to look at myself and be like, what am I doing that's making me feel so miserable? Like I get it. Shit's happened to me since I was a kid, all this stuff, but what am I doing right now with it, how I cope, whatever, that's making me feel miserable? So I looked at my friendships, I looked at how I carry my day to day, and I just started cutting. I started making
Right.
cuts,
Snip,
like
snip.
I just like recently, dude, I just started playing video games after like, I don't know, 6 months, 8 months. Like I didn't mean to cut out video games so aggressively. It's just when you're used to crutching on things that aren't good for you, it
Mm,
really may lets you make excuses. Like
it's
everyone
true.
always thinks they're the hardest worker. Everyone always thinks that they're doing the most that they can. You're not. You're not, because there's someone who's been through exactly what you're doing, but they did something slightly different, mentality or
Right.
whatever, that got them to where they are. So if you have the arrogance of thinking you're doing everything right, yet your life sucks, clearly you're wrong about
Y-
something. You just have to
Like you need to
figure
look
out
yourself
what
in the
it is.
mirror almost, right? Like,
Yeah, like, and
yeah,
the
yeah,
fact
yeah.
that people won't just tell themselves, "I suck at this. I'm not good at this," and it's not a negative thing to
It's
say.
not.
You can look at yourself and just be like sometimes I look at past, it could be relationships, friendships. I'm like, damn, I should have done better there. I should have talked to that friend with a kinder attitude about this conversation. I'm not beating myself up about it. I'm just like, I'm proud that I'm able to reflect and look back and be like, do that better if you ever get a chance to have that human connection again. Don't do the same dumb shit, and you're not going to
Right.
be perfect every single time. That's okay. So,
Right.
yeah, from being in that hospital to just having to lock in, that 8 months or 9 months for me was just locking in because I had to literally reprogram my brain to care about
Yep.
something, whatever I was caring
You're
about
doing more
before.
than just
Nope.
learning.
Yep, I had to
Yep.
dumb it down. Even like I said, I left that program, nothing stuck. But guess what? What did stick is the fact that I forced discipline onto myself and I gave myself a new
It's
baseline.
the character
Before,
development.
yeah, exactly. Like before anything could trigger me, whatever. My happiness was cheap. That's what I look at it. Like my happiness was cheap.
Mm,
Anything could throw off my day. Then it went up to here, so it's not as easy to throw off my day. Now I try to go up
right.
to here. So I really believe in people having a solid foundation of like, at minimum, I'm gonna make my bed. At minimum, I'm gonna brush my teeth. No
Mm.
matter how bad I'm doing, at minimum. So yeah, that's
Holding
a big
yourself accountable,
fear.
having
Yeah,
discipline.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
and it changes your mindset a lot. It lets you let go of, you know, when you think, oh, people owe me this and this and this. Like sometimes people aren't even aware. Like when my little brother passed, like a lot of my friends didn't check up on me the way I would have checked up on them. But then I'm like, y'all are doing your best. Like you don't know what to
Right,
say.
right,
And
right.
me, I've always been the what's good, are you okay? Like, you know how I talk. I'm like, oh, I'm proud of you. You
Yep,
know,
yep.
I bond with people really fast, but not everyone is like that. Doesn't mean that they don't care. It's
Exactly.
just everyone just perceives like differently, right? So yeah, it
100%,
brought
bro.
a lot of fucking understanding to me, and with that understanding came a lot of internal peace. Because
Hmm.
then I'm just like, I don't have to be mad, annoyed. I don't have to make excuses. I just have to see things for how they are, right?
Right, right.
Um, yeah.
Totally agree. And being true to yourself is probably the most important thing that you can do, honestly.
Yeah.
Especially if you're learning a skill or trying to just improve your life in whatever way that may be, spiritually, mentally, physically. Telling
Yes,
yourself the
sir.
truth and looking yourself in the mirror and being like, "Damn, I suck at this," or like, "Damn, that was hard," but like, how can I
Yeah.
change? How can I change that? Um,
Yeah.
it's super important. But and also, I'm very, very happy that you're still here with us too. Like, I mean that from
Thank
the
you.
bottom of my heart.
Yeah, I'd be
You,
cooking.
you're, a good friend and just a great, human being.
Thank you,
Honestly.
man. You know,
So
if Darian, what was it called? I'm gonna call my if like if I didn't get in the habit of talking about my goals to random strangers or just active, because people have this belief like talking about your goals is gonna mess them up.
yeah,
Why do you think your haters are so powerful they can mess up your whole life, bro? Your haters won't even leave the fucking house. Make that shit make
right,
sense, bro.
right, right.
Like they're not gonna someone's not wishing so badly on you if they you
And
know,
even if
but
they were, who cares? Because that doesn't
yeah,
do nothing anyways.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
if
But
they're
it
not
doesn't,
physically
but
harming you or
it
mentally
does
abusing
nothing.
you in
Well,
some way, it doesn't do anything.
that's the thing I'm trying to say. Like me actively talking about what I care about. I met Darian and he was playing basketball, and then he brought that we met through him because he found more software engineers. Because like, what's software engineering? Like, and that's how you make a whole group of friends just off talking about what you care about. You know, people were too nonchalant or try to be too nonchalant about things, and that's just
True.
it's silly, and that's why people get held back. Like, there's a lot of smart people, even when it comes
Totally
to
agree.
social media, a lot of creative people out there who are just scared about being judged. You know, but I'm like, you're being scared. You're scared of being judged by
I
someone you haven't seen since high school.
Hey,
Like,
I mean, I'll be the first to admit that. That's why I don't usually do things like this, but I'm stepping out of my comfort zone and,
uh-huh.
you know, wanting to try something new because at the end of the day, who cares? Who actually cares?
Dude,
And
yeah.
like I said, this is more so for me actually than anything else, and it's just a way to like document it but share it with other people. But
Yeah.
I want to use this to actually grow conversations and to get updates about my friends' lives or just people that people that I don't know either.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. A lot of
So
people, yeah, and I think, what is it called? People have a lot of like excuses. They won't say, "Oh, I'm insecure about this." Like you just admitted you're a little bit fearful about being judged. That's a good thing you could say out loud. A lot of people be like, "No,
right.
that's just stupid. Who has time for that?" I'm like, "You're on TikTok anyway. You got time. Everyone got freaking time. You know, like you're just
Everybody.
everyone likes to make it seem like people who are trying are losers, and then but then they at the same time they'll tell you to chase your dreams and goals. Like, which one is it? You know, like you aspire to be around people who chase their dreams and goals, but then you also make fun of people for trying. Like, that's why I the only thing
Damn,
I
that's
the only
deep.
thing you know what I mean? People are really, I only got like 3 more minutes. I gotta go, but
Right.
just people like it's just frustrating because I don't think people realize how judgmental they are. So when they are being judgmental, I'm like, you're just a human being and you're in a big
Yep.
giant world. You need to just calm your ass down. And even as someone who shared literally the start of my journey since I was 12, the ups and downs of it, to me, literally asking my YouTube for money, like straight up, because I didn't have money for rent, and to having money, nobody cares at any point. You know,
Right.
actually, the only time people care in a genuine, meaningful way is when people hit me up saying my YouTube videos helped them find computer science and they went to college.
Yeah.
Like I've had a couple of
And that's
those.
so awesome.
And I'm
It's
over here
so awesome.
talking like, oh, my name is on YouTube is Dummy Codes. Like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing, right? But
Right.
someone who's actively sharing about their failures actually still inspires people. You don't have to be perfect to
You
help
don't.
people,
You don't.
But yeah, and also,
It's
yeah,
it's culture. It's culture. It's culture, and it's social media, and it's just the pressures that social media puts on people. Because I mean,
yeah,
everybody, is involved in social media one way or another. So
yeah.
it is what it is. And I know, like you said, you are running late on some time, but
Yeah, I
so
gotta
I
go.
just want
One
to
more
run
question. One
through.
more.
Let's do one more question. If
And if you want, we could do a part two and stitch it all together if you want. It's not
Yeah,
really bad.
of course,
Yeah.
of
All right,
course, of
cool.
course.
All right, let me
If you had one day completely free to
go.
yourself, what is it that you would do? Like what? Like no responsibilities. How would you spend it? And where? Where would you spend it?
It's the fact that you think I don't spend my day however the fuck I want to spend my day. It's
Already.
crazy. It's crazy. I made peace with the fact. One thing that I learned after I said I'm gonna stay here on this planet is if I'm gonna be here, I'm gonna do whatever the hell I want. If that means being broke
I
and
love that.
struggling till I get to the next point, cool. If that means
I
staying
love
at
that.
home with my parents, like I have my support system. I'm not gonna. My mom worked her ass off. What do you mean I can stay at home rent free? Why would I not say yes to that? That's silly. This woman lived in a village and then left us in Africa and then came back 3 years later to pick us up. And I'm not supposed to take the advantage, like everything that comes with that. I'm not supposed to like use that. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
no.
Right.
And I live in a family where everyone's smart, everyone's motivated, everyone could change their life at any point, and that's my environment. So there's no way I'm gonna stay on this planet and just be like, man, how do I live to like what I really wish I could do this. If I really want to, I'm going to go do it. Everything I've ever wanted to do, I've done. Everything. My next big goal is just retire my family. That's
Right.
the happiness that I have or the luck
That's
that I
awesome.
have in my life. Me and you, we work in tech. If we want to stop here and just be selfish 20 something year old, I'm about to turn 30. But if we want to
He holding on to that 20.
But if you wanted to be selfish and just chill, this could be it for us. But we want to do
Right.
more for our lives and people around us and actually give back to the world, not just be like, yeah, I need
Definitely.
enough money to have a middle class life. See, see,
Just like that.
flex them.
Just
You know what I mean? Like, so I guess to say is, one thing I do want to intentionally start doing is start visiting my brother's grave like at least
Mm,
once a week because I feel
mm.
like I'm like, yeah, I'd go, but I've gone like twice, right? And every time it's just tears start falling. Like when it really
Right,
feels
right. I mean,
weird,
that's
dude.
hard. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Grief
no, yeah,
is
but I
very
want it to be
difficult.
a part of my natural like way of like, oh, this Saturday I'm going to do groceries. Let me stop over his grave, drop off
Mm,
some flowers,
mm-hmm,
whatever, right? Like,
mm-hmm.
and just
Just
make that a
implement it into
part of
your
like
routine
being
more.
present, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Going on a walk. I've been trying to. My mental health is linked to my, actual eating, so I'm trying to eat healthier. But
it's true.
yeah, everything else around that, whatever is poking my brain, you know.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
hold on. Let me see
Well,
if my
awesome.
friend still needs me. Oh yeah, I gotta go.
Yeah, no, you're
But
good. You're good.
yeah,
Thanks for joining me on my first episode. I appreciate it, Larry. It
yes,
was great
sir.
catching up with you and asking all these questions, and hopefully this inspires some people out there.
Better.
Um,
The fuck, I got a
it
good ass story.
it
And I
better.
was on a
No,
roll, motherfuckers. Good ass, yeah. You
no,
talking
you
about
did
selfish
great.
motherfuckers? You gonna come to me? All right, yeah.
No,
But
I
yeah, I hope
appreciate you,
this
Larry.
helps someone. Yeah, have a good
It
day.
does. All right, you
All right,
too.
peace.